welcome back, everybody. I'm Grave Knives, your host. This is True Graves from the Grave, short segment now of Dumb Laws. So, you can call this, I guess, Dumb Laws from the Grave. I like it. But anyway, so this is just, and at the end of every From the Grave episode, we always did, we have always done, except for the first episode, Dumb Laws. And so I'm just going to go ahead and take that and make it its own little thing, its own little short segment. And I'm going to go through all 50 states. And let's see, I think we got 6 down already, so that means we're left with another 44 to go through. And possibly, maybe I'll touch on into international after that's done. So, without any further ado, let's begin and check out Oregon today. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Oregon. And I want to say before we get started that I've noticed through some of these other states I've looked at that these laws go back at least a couple hundred years. Some of them, not all of them, but a lot of them. Well, not a lot of them, but there's been a few of them that I've noticed that are definitely, early 1800s, late 1700s. So it's probably stretching back for as far as since the law went down on book. But I also presume that these are laws that are still on the books, that they have not been. I can't think of it. I keep one. It's not revised, but basically just taken off. Just I'll think of it later, or maybe I'll see it in here. Who knows? But they do actually post it up too, or at least they did on some of them. That if they've been repealed, that's it. Point is it either if usually if they are gone, it puts up there that they're already gone, or that they've been changed. So, like I said, I just presume that these are still on the book, but so if they really get crazy, mind you, the way people thought a couple hundred years ago was vastly different in some aspects as we do now. So, without further ado, let us begin. And the first law in Dumb Laws in Oregon: drivers must yield to pedestrians who are standing on the sidewalk. Maybe that's like suggesting someone getting ready to use a crosswalk and is waiting for traffic to stop moving. I guess that's what their point is supposed to be. One may not test their physical endurance while driving a car on a highway. And let's see what we got for on extended for that, because I'm kind of curious to what they mean by that. Speed racing on highway. So, person commits the offense of speed racing. So this is about speed racing and acceleration contests. They test the physical endurance. I guess they must mean a physical endurance of the vehicle and not yourself. That was worded differently though. But it is illegal to place a container filled with human fecal matter on the side of any highway. I don't think we need to further explain into that one. That one's pretty plain simple, strange though. Babies may not be carried on the running boards of a car. You mean like the racks on top? Like luggage racks? External part of vehicle penalty. Person commits the offense of carrying a child on an external part of the motor vehicle if the person carries any child upon the hood, fender, running board, or other external part of any motor vehicle that is upon a highway. The offense is described in the section carrying a child on an external part of the motor vehicle is a Class B traffic violation. That's it, huh? That don't seem like much, but anyways. Drivers may not pump their own gas. Okay, a door on a car may not be left open longer than is necessary. An adult may not show a minor any piece of classical artwork which depicts sexual excitement. Yeah, it is illegal to whisper dirty things in your lover's ear during sex. There is always something in every damn state that attacks people are, it says it's illegal for somebody to do something sexual with their partner, and it's just, see, that's what I mean by older laws. I mean, like, that was probably, 150, 200 years ago. That was, I hope. Ice cream may not be eaten on Sundays. That's stupid. That's stupid. It is illegal to buy or sell marijuana, but it is legal to smoke it on your own property. But if you have it, that almost sounds like a law trying to trick you into smoking on your own property, so then they can be like, well, you had to have bought it. So, one may not bathe without wearing suitable clothing. Canned corn is not to be used as bait for fishing. I use canned corn for fishing. What the hell? Dishes must not drip dry. So you have to hand dry them with a towel, huh? The Peer Revenue Statute prohibits you from finding out details of any written or oral discussion about your medical treatment. What? In Beaverton, Oregon, you must buy a $10 permit to be allowed to install a burglar alarm. Now that I think would be fairly recent because burglar alarms, I mean, security systems. But still, you gotta have a permit to have a security system. In Eugene, Oregon, it is illegal to show movies or attend a car race on Sundays. Well, that's kind of two separate things. It is illegal to conduct a horse race or a symphony concert. Like, period, at all in Eugene. It's not even just Sundays. It's no symphonies. No symphonies. I got it out there eventually. Or a horse race, which in Hood River. Oh my God, Hood River. It's actually, there's a real place called Hood River. All my friends, if you're watching, if anybody watches this from where I grew up, man, it was a place called Wood River, and nowadays we call it Hood River, but that's for various other reasons. Juggling is strictly prohibited without a license. That's that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. It is illegal to walk down a sidewalk and knock a snake's head off with your cane. Oh, Steve's not here, otherwise I'd call for him to let him know how illegal his snake murdering habits are in Marion. You cannot eat a donut and walk backwards on a city street. At this point, I don't really doubt the website and, their research into laws and stuff like that, but I have serious doubts about just like our politicians of any sort of, like, whether it be a town official or what, that has the ability to make laws like you cannot eat a donut and walk backwards on a city street. That's why is that? We spent tax dollar money about that, deliberating over that, getting that signed in. Ugh. Marion has one more for us here. Ministers are forbidden from eating garlic or onions before delivering a sermon. One may not, in Myrtle Creek, my bad. Myrtle Creek, one may not box with a kangaroo. We got a lot of, I'm almost positive that we don't have kangaroo in Oregon or anywhere else in this country, with the exception of like a zoo or a petting zoo of some sort. Pretty much if they're not, but, well, I guess you could bring in a kangaroo. And at one point in time, I guess, if you think the early 1900s, I remember, seeing little short vintage clips of guys boxing with kangaroos and stuff. Hell, lately there's been that clip with the kangaroo putting the dog in the headlock and the guy coming up and just boxing the fuck out of its face. But, yeah, so that, again, there's probably a law that was probably about 100 years old. And they must have had a kangaroo boxing ring going on. In Portland, Oregon, let's see, shoelaces must be tied while walking down the street. It is against the law for a wedding ceremony to be performed at a skating rink. People may not whistle underwater. That's not dumb, that's fucking stupid. You cannot wear roller skates in restrooms. So what do you do when you go to the roller rink? You have to take them off before you go in the bathroom. But I guess you don't want to slip on that tile floor in roller skates while you're trying to go to the bathroom. I guess that's if you're standing up. So, but let's see. No one may attempt to cause someone to think that their property may be subjected to offensive physical contact. What? So you can't threaten to like vandalize somebody's stuff. That's what it sounds like. It's just worded so stupidly. Minors may not enter a room where a social game is being played, like a gambling law, probably from I bet you in the 30s. That one actually has an extension to it. So see if it actually says when. Huh. Nope. Well, it doesn't say when. So, but I'm gonna guess that probably came about probably in the 30s, maybe, because the term of a social game and gambling was probably closely regarded to each other. Trucks may not be parked on the street. Riders or riders of sleds may not attach themselves to passing cars. So no skitching. Persons may not pass through a traffic congestion thoroughfare more than twice a night. I don't even want to know any more about it. Women may not wrestle in Salem. That's Salem, Oregon. Women may not wrestle. It's illegal. I'm sure that's a very old one. Which I don't. Again, though, I still don't see why. Why would you even bother putting that as a law? Wasting the time and you're fucking bored. In Springfield, Oregon, it is illegal to own a reptile within the city limits unless you are a school or city as a unless you are a school or city. So, okay, yeah, you can't have a reptile as a pet in Springfield, Oregon, unless you're a school or the city. In Stanfield, Oregon, it is against the law for animals to have sex in the city limits. I'm not even going to go there. Cloth towel dispensers are banned from restrooms. No more than two people may share a single drink. Mono era. It is illegal to predict the future. And that's in Yamhill. Yamhill, Oregon, it is illegal to predict the future. Alright, so you can't be a fortune teller in Yamhill, Oregon. They're not having it. No one may allow no one may allow their cellar door to remain open. I guess. I mean, you wouldn't want to leave it open, period, because then you'd be having animals fucking go in there. But whatever. Do we have anything else? Do we have anything else? Cellar doors or gates. No owner or person in charge of property shall permit a cellar door or grate located in or upon a sidewalk or a public pathway to remain open except when such entrance is being used and when being used. Apparently it's for sidewalks. So kind of shame on this site for making that sound worse than what it is, but is there I don't know if there's anything else in here. Is that nope, that's it. That is it for Oregon. Yay. Well, till next time.